Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Wanderer's Guide to Esterra, the Concord live podcast, episode 8. I'm Luke, your wandering guide. Hopefully this all holds together, as I am always frequently terrified of my own tech setup. Things should hold and be stable, probably. Right, before I get into the episode proper, there's some stuff to go over here right at the top, roughly 5-ish things, if memory serves. So I'm going to try and rapid fire through all of these. As a note to anyone watching, if there's any tech issues, something sounds weird, something's dropping in and out, whatever, just let me know in chat, please, and I'll do what I can to fix it as time goes on. So, let's kick off with number 1. Downtime. The Google Forms downtime stuff from the previous summit is open. It has been open since last Wednesday. At time of recording, it is June 25th. So it's been open since the Wednesday prior. You have a couple weeks since then, closing on the morning of July 5th. Go get your downtime actions done if you need to do it, if you have something important to do. That is your notice and reminder about that. You can find the link on the Facebook page. Go through the Concord Facebook page and find Tim's post about it. You will find it. Go and do it. Number 2, Concord tickets. They are on sale. They've been on sale since Friday the 23rd. You can also find the link for all of that. I believe it is also on the Facebook page. You can also just Google try booking and then search for Concord. The Broken Year, Game 6, Summer 2023. It's easy enough to find. Go get your tickets. There are more tickets available of both the early bird and standard tickets, which kind of means at this point the standard ticket is back to being $130. The $175 ticket is still there, is now the sponsored ticket. Get it if you want to give the team more money, or if there's nothing left of the other 2 ticket types. So get them in, get them now. First Concord training is on the coming Wednesday, the 28th of June. The schedule for all the different trainings we have has also been released. Go see Sam's post on the Concord Facebook page about that. For all the different dates, get them in your phone, get them in your whatever. Make sure you got them in there. Attend what you can. So you will have one training before the downtime form closes to do any in-game conversation you need to do about things. I suppose, now the thought occurs to me, that option is available to you. So engage with that if you can, if you will. So I have a little announcement to make. My 10th episode is coming up soonish. I do have episode 9 kind of in the wings. I just got to contact some people about it. The plan is to be talking about cakeonomics stuff. And episode 10 is going to be something, because it's the 10th episode, it's going to be something a little special. I will have a special guest on, someone I've actually wanted to get on the podcast for some time. And you're going to have to wait until episode 9 of this podcast, when I will say who it is. So you've got from between now and then to let the hype build. It's someone I wanted to get on for a while. They actually reached out to me, basically if I have a free spot on, they'd be willing to jump on. So kind of perfect timing. I'm excited as fuck for that, and figured, everything kind of aligning at the right time for episode 10. It's perfect time to do it. So, I believe that is it for everything I have to say. Beyond the fact of, hit the follow button, kind of shows interest, support, all that jazz, YouTube channel, all the links and stuff are all on the Twitch page. Go check the things, do the things. It's all that palaver out of the way. So, with that, I will now pivot everything over around and say hello to my guest for this episode, a newcomer to Concord, and I believe LARPing in general, Welcome. Well, as you said yourself earlier, before we went live, no one really all that much knows you by your actual name. More so, they know you as Panda, but still, nevertheless, welcome, buddy.
That is correct. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bronchitis and all.
I was hoping not to bring that, but alas, it is what it is. And I'm not a newcomer to LARP. Mainly just Concord LARP. Definitely my first time doing Concord, even though I had a bit of a sneak peek last year. I attended a lot of trainings, but I'm sure we'll get to that further down the line. So, yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much for reaching out in the interest. That means a lot to me.
Well, absolutely. Community stuff like this is a huge part I found of trying to keep our community as tight knit as possible. So always happy to do my bit. Yeah.
So to give people an idea, stream title kind of says it all. Is basically I'm gonna bombard you with questions here and there about what you kind of thought of your first summit. Now, thankfully, in you saying that, because I wasn't sure of your own LARPing experience, I kind of saved everything for this little interview here. So Concord is not your first LARPing experience, and you're in Eastern Stater, correct?
Yes, I am in fact in Melbourne, Victoria.
So is it Swordcraft then would be the one you've attended?
Yes, Swordcraft is the one I've attended. I've been to a number of the chapters. I've been to a few quests here and there. Mostly due to COVID, like my my experience was a bit weird in the first couple of years, but I'm sure we've all had some experience with that. But yeah, I've done a bunch of stuff down here. I've been to a lot of the weekly battle games, so a lot of what I've done is more the physical fighty side of things. And yeah, I haven't really done that much roleplay, let alone on the scale of Concord. My god.
Okay, so I guess so because I'm a dumbass, I flicked away my fucking nut sheet. So it's fine. I'll put that back. So I guess so let's kind of go into the basic lineup of like what, because this is a Concord podcast, so it's kind of we'll kind of keep things Concord themed. That kind of kicks out half my notes I had for questions, but that's fine. I planned for this. Planning is half the battle.
That's it.
Yes. So how did you hear about Concord?
Well, that's actually interesting because so once again you can blame COVID for this one, but my parents moved to Perth. I think 3 years ago now, 2021 I think, and I couldn't see them for about 18 months because of lockdowns and everything. So when I got over there, I spent a few months over there because I really missed my family, and I found myself having nothing to do a lot of the time. So I looked up what there is to do around Perth, and I figured maybe there's LARP. And I found, I think it was Faith and Steel Wednesday trainings, and through that I got into Concord. I attended some of the trainings there as well. I actually missed that summit by I think a week because I had to head back to Melbourne. But yeah, I was pretty much in love with it. I attended a lot of the I attended a few events outside of the trainings, led by the Greenwheel. And yeah, I was in love, and I knew I wanted to come back. And funnily enough, the latest summit fell right onto the weekend of my birthday, so I had every excuse to come over, and I did. So. Dude,
same. Like my first summit was because I first attended the Summer Summit 2021, mainly out of because I wanted to go. And was very nervous because it would be my first weekend LARPing. I didn't have any kit, so made mine bashed out a robe and just sashed up the little things.
The good stuff.
Yeah, and it got pushed back a month because both COVID and other events that were going on, like Shattered World and such. And it ended up being my 25th birthday was a couple days before the event. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, this is a birthday present to me. And it was worth it, and I've been stuck in ever since.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Your wallet hates you, but
I have not spent that much money on Concord. No, that's a lie. I make mead. No, it's a lie. No, that's an absolute lie.
There's always one vice.
Yeah. All right. So into Greenwheel. Okay. So
Yes.
So I guess may as well start with this. Was it sort of seeing the different outfits and that at the training that kind of draw you to Greenwheel, or was it something else?
Well, there was certainly a sort of cultural aspect, because I am German, and the Greenwheel is basically old-timey German, and I figured I'm practically already qualified.
This is true.
Yeah, the kit I have at home is very sort of like, it's very green, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of sort of like, I've got the vibes. I already had the vibes, and I figured no better faction for me to start with than one that I can actually be of use, both in and out of character. I mean, I already did a few translations here and there, helping come up with maybe some spell chants or something like that. So it's already paid off, and I spent some time getting to know Kim when I was first over here, because as the ego, he sort of helped me get introduced to the faction. And we kept in touch a little bit, and I joined in one of their beers and waffles, and that's just how you fall down the rabbit hole of any sort of community.
That sounds about right. Yeah, and to be honest, like that, I fucking like in and out of character. I adore the Greenwheel. I love them.
Absolutely,
they
they're amazing.
Nailed much like Iron Valley. Like they nailed the community aspect really, really well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had too much interaction with many of the other factions, but I'm hoping if I eventually make it back, I'll remedy that. So
yeah, there's a lot. I mean, your first summit can be, from my own experience at least, like it's like when, and I think I don't know if you'd agree with me. I feel like you will. Is
maybe
there's such a different air from like before gaming is called, and when that bell gets rung, it transforms.
You can really feel it. It's like night and day. So we were all just chilling, we were all drinking, we were all just doing whatever, and then everyone gets so serious. And I'm just going, goddamn, was I prepared for this? But yeah, no, it was it was certainly something.
Yeah. So overall, then definitely Greenwheel. What kind of character did you play?
I played. I still am playing him. He hasn't died yet. But that might have been largely due to the fact that I didn't make the final conflicts for us, which is unfortunate. At the same time, unfortunate because I kind of like my character. But I played Ritter Ottfried seit Hildebrand Kallenbach II, or Otti for short.
Okay, I've heard of you. Yeah, no, the second they named Shawnee, I'm like, no, I've heard that. Yep.
That's ominous, but
no, very, very much like, I think I was walking past and I heard someone go like, oh, you want to talk to OT? I'm like, oh, okay, yep. All clicked. I'm like, okay, yeah. No, good things. Yeah. Very much good things.
I'm glad. I always worry whenever someone I don't know knows me. I'm going, oh, jeez, what did I do,
buddy? I am the spider of Concord. I hear everything.
Well, but yeah, that's my character. He's a Ritter of the Greenwheel. I figured, most of what I've done is very combat oriented. The few Soulcraft larger events that I've been to, I was very new to. I didn't really know what to do. I've done some roleplay here and there, but I figured for my first time to focus on what I'm good at, my combat. I've got a lot of experience over the years. I've done all sorts of stuff. I've done HEMA for a couple of years. Haven't been lately because stuff, but so I've got all up, I'd say about 5 years total sword fighting experience.
Okay.
If you add up LARP and HEMA, so I like to think I know what I'm doing, and I thought, what better way to bring that than to have a sort of combat-focused character? But as I found out, Ritters are a lot more than just big guy with big shield and big sword. So it was nice. I got to explore the character and what it means to be a Ritter, rather than just go and hit people with sword.
That's something I love about the archetypes. Is
yes,
you can whether you're a new player or you're an experienced player, is you can just play one, and it is cementing you in the culture, and especially the green wheel ones are so jam packed.
Oh, they're so good. I could go. I mean, I'm sure I will go on, but I found myself making decisions or getting involved in Ritter politics on my first day. I had next to no idea about the culture of the archetype, but I felt like I actually had something to contribute just because I was portraying that character and trying to remember his backstory, and just I did a little bit of research on the wiki, but overall I came in not really knowing much about the past of the Green World, and I think I did okay. I found myself voting for between two barons, neither of which I had any idea about the politics or anything. I just sort of, I can't disclose that.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, it actually got interesting because I the one that won isn't the one I voted for, which is fair enough.
That's even more interesting.
Yes, and in character, I actually decided to explore that at one point, because the Baron wanted to know why people didn't vote for him and if they felt comfortable talking about it from a character standpoint. And I was honest, I just didn't know the man, and or a person. I don't know how they identify, but I spoke to them in character, and I basically said I spent my time on the battlefield. Politics aren't really for me, so I sort of just went with whatever I felt like at the time. And then we got talking in character, and it's just something I found that was really interesting to learn about. And it's just something that happened because of my inexperience. I can also find these roleplay moments, not just through what I'm good at, also the stuff I don't know, which I found insane.
Yep, I had a somewhat similar experience myself. Because I've been LARPing before myself. I mean, before I got into Concord, it had been a couple of years. But it was combat heavy LARPs, not so much other stuff. But then getting into Concord, it just turned into I sat down at a training, and then just this quote unquote drunk dude just rolled up. We just started talking, that then turned into what has become a very much a long running joke.
Those are the best.
And it just kept spiraling out from there to the point now where I've got little lines and connections fucking everywhere across the Concord, to so many different things. It's nuts the way, again, you're at the beginning of this journey, and I cannot wait to see, because you're already doing the natural thing of you didn't really go there with anything really all that much already for roleplay, and then you just fell into it.
It happened. It just happened. I spent half an hour in the hospital because okay, to my defense, I never went into bleed out once, but when I got back from the hero's welcome, right? That's a whole story in and of itself, which I'm sure I'll tell later. But long story short, I come back and Skittles is doing the wound thing, and that's not something I've ever come across because we don't do that back home. It's not a thing we do. You either die or you don't. And that's the mentality I went in with, which is probably why I went a little harder than I should have done as my character. Harder in the sense that I fought a little more recklessly than perhaps seasoned veterans of the Concord would recommend that I do. So I got pretty battered, and I came back and Skittles was asking everyone, so how many wounds did you take? And I sort of look at him and go, how do I know? And he goes, how often did you get hit? And I just sort of look at him and go, a lot. And he just, without batting an eyelid, he hands me he just goes for the card. He knows exactly what card he's giving me. And I open it up. Well, I didn't open it up, but I looked at it and I read, "Oh spheres, oh no," and I go, "Oh bollocks!" Even the card told me I was munted. So, long story short, I get back through the portal, I collapse, and they drag me off to the hospital, and was for like 30-40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was good fun.
Yeah, the hospitals are like, I love the wound can stuff. Like I do. Yeah,
it scares the crap out of me. Though.
Oh yeah, like when I went on my first,
scares the shit out of me.
Like when I went on my first conflux on my second summit, it was just. It was dangerous as shit. It was, hey mages, let's go into this weird space and go get this magic tablet to try and get a spell or whatever. I was like, alright, they need new people. Sure, I'll go, fuck it. This will be fun. Get through the portal and realized, what the fuck? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I should not be here. This was stupid. Get out of
Absolutely.
there. And I was one hit away from going on bleed out, and I would have been left behind.
Oh no!
Yeah, because we had to get we were getting swarmed. We needed to leave. If I had took one more hit, that's it.
Look, I've never in my LARPing career felt that scared about combat. Concord has this great way of attaching you to your character in a way that I've never found. I mean, I like my characters back here, but I've never been super attached to them in that sense. Like, it's different. I never thought you could get like almost an hour's worth of roleplay out of just getting hit. That's never even occurred to me, and I think that's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. I entirely agree. Like, this is so this is worth sort of asking. Do you know where Concord started?
Do I know where Concord started?
There is backstory to this.
I think it's, as far as I know, it's based on Empire LARP.
Boom!
But I think
absolutely correct.
I think I'll be honest. I watched the professional hobbyists video when it came out a few months ago. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think they contacted Empire LARP because they liked the look of it, and I think Starcraft actually tried making a chapter in Perth at one point, and it just didn't take. And then Concord and all the others popped up, and I think that's really all I know about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically Concord is mini Empire. It's a little more streamlined, it's mechanically a little different, but yeah, very much like having checked out a lot of Empire content now since having been in Concord, having talked to one of the other like sort of like in the community sort of like YouTube content creation guys over there as well. Like, they feel, from what I can tell, the vibe is very similar and it's very unique. And it's exactly what I wanted when I first came to LARP. Like, Concord is what I wanted. It's brilliant.
It is. It is absolutely amazing.
And the fuckers, and I know they're going to watch this later because I know they're currently in the fucking the LARP West meeting right now, but like they keep managing to throw in more like a little new gear here and there to the machine, or they'll like squeak, they'll grease up a wheel or whatever, and it just keeps getting better.
Yeah, that's another great thing I've noticed, and like I don't want to shit talk my own community, and I won't, but having the same player base across so many different LARPs and all having it governed by the same group of people, that kind of consistency I found makes the community absolutely amazing, because you can talk about 5 different LARPs with the same person and they will just switch according to whatever energy you put out, and it's cool. I love it. You see the same people at every training you get to.
Yeah, LARP West has been a massive boon.
And you guys do grants? I mean, when I first saw that, I sort of just went, what? Is this a thing you can do? Like,
when it's there, yeah.
Yeah, but just that, like, that kind of thing, it doesn't occur to me back home. Because it's a different kind of community.
Mm-hmm. Well, that actually leads into one of my other questions, is like, how does... I mean, you've kind of answered it already, but may as well, line the shot up. How have you found that Concord in comparison, I guess because you mentioned Faith and Steel as well, like how do you find Concord and such over here compares to the LARP server East?
Well, I gotta be careful. I don't want to badmouth anyone. Of course. Obviously, because I love Soulcraft. I do. Lately, we've had issues with it that I won't go into. But I think I've thought about this question a lot, actually. I think the difference that I found is the difference between a PvP and a PvE larp. Because here at Concord, I haven't played a proper Faith and Steel game, so I think it's PvP. I'm not sure. But at Concord, you find anyone you can really talk to, you're automatically on their side because you're all there together to fight something else. Whereas back home, sure, you've got your allies, but you're never automatically on the same team. Anyone you see can at any point kill you and just, go on with that. Whereas at Concord, if you were to do that, you would basically exile yourself from the Concord. House Albion. But I found the difference in the community is one more focused on cooperation rather than competition. Because back here we do cooperate, but it's always each warband is sort of its own community within the greater whole. Whereas here it feels like there's just the one community, rather than separations. You still have your factions that do their own trainings, do their own stuff, but they're all doing it together. If that makes any sense, like they're all working towards that common goal. Like if Greenwheel does a training, it's so we can protect the Concord better, not so we can outshine Laruna Mare or Bordevar or whatever. I mean, we are better, but that's beside the point, right? Shots fired. It just feels like you're working towards a common goal no matter what you do, rather than just improving for your own improvement's sake.
Yep,
and I think that's a very positive thing, which I really, really enjoy.
Yeah, that's definitely something I found as well. Yeah, is the level that, again, as I've said earlier, like there's that weird feeling that when time in or game in is called, like it doesn't. It's not, the whole player sort of etiquette stuff is still there, of course. But it just feels different. It's weird. It's amazing. Like I'll give you an easy example. I've told this story a couple times before. Is a couple summits ago, when a bunch of Greenwielders basically went off to kill the Butcher. I don't know if you've heard about the Butcher.
Oh, I've heard many things about the Butcher.
So this is when they went off to go and kill it. And I was there with a bunch of other mages because we were meeting a representative from a foreign faction. So they all, the fight with the Butcher happened. Some bodies came back, some didn't. And basically, I had Tim, one of the STs, the other runs all like the mechanic stuff. Came over to me and was like, "Okay, this is what you see with your true sight. You see that Waystone portal shutting down. It will not reopen again tonight. Those bodies are where they are, and they lay where they lay."
Oh dear.
And I had to go, and then he's like, "Anywhere you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, Greenwheel, I got to deliver that news." And I was fucking terrified. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna piss someone off, and I'm gonna get stabbed." I was so fucking scared. And, I walked in, everyone's like very quiet. I walked up, I was like, "Hey, I apologize for interrupting your time of mourning and grief." I told them what I knew, and then I walked away. I was like, "Nah, nope, I'm not cheating on this. This is not my place." I'm a little Andashi boy. Leave, leave, get out. But no, I love Greenwheel. Like at this point, I have backup characters for every single realm. I think Bordevar for my next permanent character. I'm going to Bordevar. And then
they need more people after that.
I'm not gonna let loose any spoilers on things. Because for those listening, if you know, you know. Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, the thing I have planned for Greenwheel is basically just like a retired hounds priest that just trains people. Because like the
Oh,
archetypes,
you want to give Grant a run for his money?
not even that. Just like it's very much like I'm too old for this shit. I've fucking done my part. I am too injured at this point to help, like actually fight, but I can help train, and that'll just be my job. Because like the Hound's Priest seems cool. It gives me an opportunity to play with the Priest game a bit more. Hound's Priests also don't necessarily require to be a combatant, so I can kind of get away with that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's cool. Like the Hound's Priest is such an interesting role. I mean, all of the archetypes in Greenwheel are. Yeah, it's cool. I love Greenwheel. Love Greenwheel. I love my wheeled neighbors. I've actually very much taken to in-game, like, oh, Greenwheel doesn't have a lot of money. All right, here's like 7 locks. Go do what you do. Because like, just like why not help? Like I'm a Dashi. I feel I should help them. Treaty of First Pine and all that jazz. You know, we started at the bottom and now we're here. It's literally what happened.
Mind you, I think after the last couple of summons, and Dash's in town. Looking too good either. Yeah.
There's a lot of fires going along and PTSD.
I can imagine.
Alright, so that covers that. So, I don't really have any... How would I even phrase this? Like, preamble questions, I suppose. Really, now it comes to the big one. What happened at your first summit?
Oh boy. Well, let's do this chronologically, I suppose. So my first day, because I went with Hotel Concord, which is actually something that I find amazing, just touching on that real quick. The fact, especially as an interstater, you can just go there, pay, and not have to worry about it is insane. I love that. I love Hotel Concord. Thank you for everyone who helps with that. You guys are amazing. Anyway, so once game is called, everyone's kitted up. Sort of just sitting around waiting for the bell to ring. Greenwheel had a lot to get through, housekeeping wise. We had to elect a new Baron, which was quite a big thing. And as a newbie, I just sort of went with whatever I knew. I met one of them at one of the trainings, talked to them for about 5 minutes, and that's really all I was basing it off, because I had no idea what was happening. And then we accidentally voted for a position that wasn't even up for voting, so that was funny. I got involved in a lot of the politics on the first day, which was really nice. We decided what we were going to name our apprentice hitters, for example. We did a lot that I, as a newbie, wouldn't have felt that I had any right to be involved in, if that makes any sense. And it's just that welcoming atmosphere of, yeah, you're here, you're in this, like, you can get involved, it's okay. And I felt that was really amazing. When I actually felt comfortable getting involved in roleplay that I had no idea as to the premise of. After that, I did what I always do at these events. I sort of just walked around looking for stuff to do, which I found was a little difficult because I didn't really know anything. So I sort of just went, oh, I'm sure someone will get stabbed somewhere. And then I remembered, no, that's probably not going to happen because we're all on the same side.
Well, it's unlikely to happen.
I mean, I think it did happen at one point. Yeah. But like that was a bigger story thing. Like it doesn't, like, back home. I once spent 2 days of one of my events just stabbing people down because I would. And
noted for the future.
I played the bad guy, so it's kind of it was funny. It was very funny. I got up to 15 in 2 days. Yeah, I was a menace. Anyway, so I sort of just walked around, looked for stuff. I had to juggle my blood sugar here and there. So there's actually a great photo of me eating a sandwich from the toasty guy. Thank you for that. That was a great toasty. It's just a picture of me having a blood sugar low eating a sandwich, which has been memed to Kingdom Come here.
Oh, yeah, no,
home, as well as at Concord.
Yep.
which I absolutely love. So my first day, I think Hero's Welcome was later that day, and I didn't know if I really, again, imposter syndrome for the win. I didn't really know if I had the right to be there because I wasn't a newbie, so to speak. I was a first timer, but not a newbie by any chance, by any measure at all. In fact, I think Lionel came up and asked me if it was my first time at Concord, just because I looked too veteran to be there, and I went, yeah, look, I know I've been around a lot, but this is my first time, I guarantee you. And so I think there was 3 or 4 or 5 of us green wielders who were first timers who joined in, and one of us actually stepped up. Josh, he's amazing. He stepped up and was actually the marshal for that conflux. And one of the others, I won't name him because it's a little embarrassing, but he decided to take 2IC, and so we're all lining up for the portal, and there's a max of 25. So we're all lined up, we have the plan, we're all ready to go. I think I was either first or second. I was very, lead. So I'm going in, and it gets to the last 3 people, and Mitch is going, alright, 24, 25, stop. And who's at the back of the damn line? The 2IC. He doesn't even make it through the portal. So Josh looks at me and goes, hey, Panda, you're in charge. I go, great. God damn.
Yep.
Because I thought I could get away with it, right? Because I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I want to let that, I want newer people to sort of, I want to guide them to be great, and they were all great. I don't think we had any casualties. It went really well. They all worked together. They all listened. It was beautiful. I screamed so much that I lost my voice. My voice was bugging for the rest of Concord. In fact, I think I'm still dealing with the remnants now. So bugger that. But we fought, and we managed to get out. It was amazing. We were just supposed to hold there for about 15 minutes, and we did.
Yeah, if memory serves, you guys went to Nasafeza, right? Or what was left?
Yes, I think we fought one of the Twin Blade.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one. Not the Pirate Queen. That much I know is one of the other two.
Still fuckers.
But yes, we had some fun. Like I said, I fought maybe a little too... I thought I was a lot more invincible than it turns out I really was. So that I learned from that. Don't worry. But yeah, we get back. The whole thing with the hospital happens. One of the green wielders, she's become famous with this now. She gets a spinal injury, in game. She breaks her spine, and I'm in there because she's thinking about becoming a Ritter, which yes, do it. And I go, if her teach, if you die, they're gonna kill me. So please don't. It's just that kind of roleplay. I'm like, he will kill me. Don't die. Don't do it. Stop it. Yeah, we both get out fine. We're just sort of chilling for the rest of the day. But yeah, my wound was pretty grave. It was in character. Sorry, game mechanic wise, it was you go into bleed out every 20 minutes, and. That's not good at all. So they fixed me right up. me and her doctor got a little acquainted. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, he's great. Just don't let him near your kidneys. Always supervise.
Okay. Alright.
But yes, so that was my first ever conflux. I learned. It was a learning experience.
I think it's been a listing point to get you.
Yeah, look, I was on 9, I think.
That's a lot.
Which is good. Yeah, look, I can do nothing except be big and have a little of HP. That's my thing. That's my shtick. That's all
good.
I do.
We need those.
Exactly right, especially in the wheel glitches. I think before that we had maybe like 3, and now we're up to like 7.
Yeah,
which
that
is
sounds
really
about right.
But yeah, that was pretty much day 1. I went drinking. I hung around the hearth, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of people join us throughout the night.
Was this the
Greenwald hearth?
Yeah, was this the Greenwald hearth or the
Yes.
hearth? All right, yeah, Greenwald hearth, awesome.
No, the Greenwald hearth. That was it was good. It was still one of the dry nights, which was nice. So we started a nice fire. We had some fun.
Excellent.
I cooked my food because I'm one of those people that just grabs a can and chucks it in the fire and then just eats it like a gremlin.
No, that's look, like as long as you're getting food in you, it doesn't matter.
Oh, absolutely, it was great.
Look, you think that's bad? I think it was a couple summons ago. I was so desperate for food. I was like, fuck it. I had a thermos full of hot water that I'd had for like a day, so it was still kind of warm. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Cup of noodle soup, pour it in. Just that's it. Just eat it. I don't care if it's still the noodles are still crunchy. I just need food.
Oh yeah, that's gremlins.
Yep.
Love gremlins. We excel at Concord. But yeah, day 2 went a little different. I sort of got more into it. There was a day 2 was a Sunday. Yeah. Ended up doing one of the confluxes. We went to Wassertal, which, as you know, is the plague state. So we had to really rug up, which was fun. There's a nice picture of me like that. It was a lot of fun. But I definitely, after the night before, after my initial conflux, I definitely found a big shift in how I was fighting. Because I definitely didn't charge as much as I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely fought a lot more. I definitely withheld a lot more than I should have, maybe. But as far as I know, we all got out sort of alive. Nobody died in that conflux, luckily, and we didn't end up getting the plague. So, as far as I'm aware,
good old
I'm
plague.
not a medic.
Yep.
I'm not a medic, so don't quote me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I ended up NPCing, but I couldn't. I had to stop due to medical issues, which unfortunately, as of then, only went downhill. So my last day, I was basically just sleeping because unfortunately I was quite sick.
Damn.
I think I still don't know what was wrong with me. But yeah, I ended up drinking in the tavern the night before, which is not why I got sick. But I spent some time with the barkeeper there. We were talking for a few hours. Once my name day came around on the Monday, I gave out some drinks that I had, and yeah, it was nice. It was just a really nice atmosphere to be at Concord. Definitely something I want to do again. Whether that's once a year or twice a year, I haven't quite decided yet because it is quite expensive to get over there. But yeah, I made a lot of friends. Oh yeah, the person who broke their spine, who shall not be named, she knows who she is. She very next conflux, she did the exact same thing again. I
think I might know who this is. Maybe.
I think most people would. The green wheel definitely knows who I'm talking about.
That is of no surprise to me whatsoever. She does not give a fuck, and I love it.
Oh, she does not. She's great. Oh, she's amazing. Nah, I think she's one of those people that I like to think I connect with. I don't know. You'd have to ask her about that. But yeah, no, she's pretty chill. I don't have a bad thing to say about any of the green wheel, honestly. They put up with my snoring for starters, which I was told is quite bad. I've really like to apologize for that. I'm pretty sure I had a sinus infection or something. So yeah, it was bad. But yeah, look, Greenwald, I love them to pieces. I wish I could hang out with them more. I really do. But I'm also looking forward to meeting other people because the Concord is.
It's big.
It's big. It's great. I love it. I want to come back.
Good. That was going to be one of my other questions. Is like, yeah, like, are you coming back? You better come the fuck back.
Absolutely. At least, look, latest I'll come back is June next year. There are a few people. I went to Exodus Love, which is the, I want to say, Soulcraft alternative. they're their own thing. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But a few of them also went to Concord. In fact, I met one of them there.
Excellent.
And I don't know what the plans are specifically, but they spoke to the orgs, and if there may be a bunch of Melbourneites, there may be a bunch of Victorians who may come over this September.
Good.
Whether I'm among them, I have not yet decided, because it runs the same week as Quest, and then I want to help out at PAX the next week, so
that's fair.
it'd be a bit tight in terms of getting to and fro. But yeah, there's a chance you'll get an influx of NPCs or playable characters, depending on how many you want to go. But yeah, look, to anyone, I doubt there's anyone listening to this that isn't already part of Concord, but if by some miracle you stumble across this and you've never heard of Concord, go for it. Seriously, do it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, it's insane. You don't need much in terms of kit. In fact, if you play an NPC, I think they have spare kit. Like,
oh yeah, you get. I mean, look. Your job as an NPC is to look good and or get killed and or kill. Right?
Yes,
like, you're going to be fine.
You're a chaperone for the players' experiences, which I quite enjoy as well. So who knows? But yeah, definitely coming back. I just don't know when.
That's fair. Right, so that kind of leads over to, I guess, kind of an interesting question and a bit of a morbid question. Is if current character were to say cark it for whatever reason, or you just felt the character had run its course, do you have any sort of a vague idea right now of maybe what realm you'd go to next if you'd go to another one?
I honestly could not tell you yet. At this point, the thought of not being green-wheeled that makes me want to cry. Honestly,
that's fair.
It's such a huge part of what that character is and what I'd like to be. That I don't know many of the others. I got some friends. I got some friends in Bordeaux. I've got some friends in Iron Valley. I haven't talked to many of the others. Honestly, I'm a big clunky boy, so Bordeaux is probably the easiest fit for my kit. Fair. But I couldn't tell you, honestly.
No, that's fair enough. That's a shame. Again, like first event, and there's like first event, and the wiki is also fucking big. There's a lot to rip through.
It's getting an update, I heard at some point.
It has. New wiki is a thing.
Ooh,
I do not know. I'm trying to remember right now if I even fucking said that at the beginning. I don't think I did. But yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you did.
Well, fuck it. New wiki's a thing. New wiki, the link to it has been posted in the Facebook group.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have perused it a smidge. I'm going to give them a little bit of feedback right now. I think I prefer the old one just because I got used to it, the way it was laid out. I think
there's no search function, which bothered me a lot.
No, but like I got used to not like because I had an index page and it had all the other stuff. Like it wasn't that hard to find what you wanted anyway.
Okay, it took me half an hour at least to find the armor rules, like the specific part of the armor rules I was after.
Yeah, fair. I don't know.
The armor rules are easy to find, but there was literally one sentence that I was looking for. I couldn't find it anyway.
Yeah. I think the new wiki is ultimately going to be better. It's just going to have to take a little bit of getting used to, and it's also just been like made publicly perusable. So yeah, it'll get tweaks and such.
Look, change is hard, but sometimes
overcome, adapt, evolve.
Yes,
all that jazz.
And don't drink your own pee like pickles. So don't do it. Or do. I'm not your dad.
You're a green wielder, you told me.
Hey! We're German, we're not that German.
I wasn't even thinking that.
Hey, I can say it. It's okay. I've got the passport if you want to say it.
The safe word.
It's all good.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry about it.
Excellent. Fuck, this has been a very efficient episode. Jesus.
Oh, hell yeah. It's because I'm German. It just comes with the territory.
Yeah, we've been doing this is almost an hour, and we basically ripped through most of what I wanted to ask. I'm like, no, like this nose feels wrong. I'm like, what the fuck else have I got in my head that I could throw at you? Like, I don't even.
Just not the mental health issues.
No, don't
Got enough of them.
Nah. Everyone, look, we're like 2-3 weeks out from the fucking summit. Like, I'm still grappling with.
They're all coming back now. They're all coming back.
Actually, so no, that's a fair point because you notice that you've got a good amount of fighting experience. Is that maybe something you'd consider bringing in as yourself, like sort of maybe instructing those in the green world that maybe aren't as combatively equipped in terms of technique and experience? Would you look at like doing small teaching things or kind of helping improve people's skills?
Funny you should mention that. It's something I do naturally. Mm-hmm. I love to be helpful. So I really, if someone's struggling and I know something that is simple enough that even a novice can improve on, I have the one that broke their spine twice. I tried. I gave her some tips at the one Greenville training we had. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she learned anything. I assume so. Even the first time I was here last year, last year, I joined one of the newbie trainings that I think Herr Ludwig was running at the time. Mm-hmm. And I didn't become an instructor, but I definitely taught a few people how to deal with pole arms. Mm-hmm. Better than they maybe knew how to.
Okay.
So I just I naturally go into that role of here I can help. Would you like some help? Okay, let me help. Mm-hmm. So I definitely already did teaching.
Okay.
I'm always happy to do more. In fact, I quite recently just posted like a playlist of YouTube videos in the Greenwheel Discord about just sword fighting things that I found on the internet that I found quite useful, mainly from my HEMA school, but also some LARP stuff. So
interesting. Okay.
I'm always happy to help, and it's not just Greenwheel. Like if I have the time and you're willing to try and learn some stuff, I'm always happy to try and teach at your speed or my speed, whatever you want to do. I would absolutely love to do that. In fact, I do it here as well with my warband. I'm not officially one of the trainers, but I have designed one or two of the drills we use that are quite useful. I do Swords 101, which is what I teach a lot. Just general how to better deal with your sword if you've never held a LARP sword before. Mm-hmm. It's half HEMA techniques, half the LARP techniques. It's just, I've been told I've got some of the cleanest strikes in my warband, so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay. So, no, and you already mentioned you sort of, how would I describe this? You stumbled ass backwards by no fault of your own into a leadership role in your first conflux with the Heroes Welcome. Is being a field marshal, given your experience and your, I would say, judging from this conversation alone, your amount of skill and experience, is that a role you might look at maybe taking a little bit more going forward, being a field marshal, like actually kind of essentially being a proper like battlefield commander?
Look, at Concord, given the fact that I'm not around as much, I wouldn't want to take the huge roles.
Sure.
For example, I'd never want to become Baron because
that's a whole thing.
Feasible, right? It's not feasible for me as someone who's not there. However, I would absolutely take that 2IC role as either a guide or a sort of helping hand. I'm more of a sergeant than anything than I would ever be an officer.
Okay.
Even back here, I'm happy to lead. If either you're not comfortable with it, or if you think you'd like someone to show you how it's done. Not that I'm saying I'm going to get it right. God knows. Yeah. I've done some dumb stuff, but I've got talking about video games I play. I've done a lot of milsim stuff with certain video games where I've led sections for years at a time. I've done leading. I can do it. But I prefer to let people lead that are more involved in the game than I can be at this point, unfortunately.
Yep. Very fair. Very, very fair answer. Interesting. This has actually been a lot more. This has been a lot more intriguing for me than I actually expected.
I'm a big boy full of information.
You and me both. You and me both. Like, except my problem is I'm too full of information. It's yeah.
Yeah, look, I can tell you anything you want about tanks. Let's go. No.
Let me, give it time. Headmaster position, School of Magic, make tanks a thing, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
Anything is possible with magic and enough wheels.
That's true. Maybe a bit of steam. Let's go.
Yeah, options there.
Lots of stride there, let's go.
God, no, let's not weaponize that. Let's not weaponize the thing we're trying to deal with, alright?
Like I said, don't let the doctor near your kidneys.
I mean, hey, you can't get your kidneys if you don't have any, Tap's head.
That's true.
Just be me and have no kidneys. You'll be fine.
Have no kidneys.
Imagine having internal organs.
Yeah, well, I know somebody who hasn't got a spine, apparently.
Alright. Alright.
She's running out.
Fair, yeah, I guess, yeah, there's only so many times that spine can get fixed before
she's on her third spine now.
Getting the prosthetics in there.
Adopt a spineless today.
Giveaspine.com or .org.
All we need is one vertebrae, and you too can help someone who doesn't know how to fight. I mean, what? We can fix that in the edit.
What do you mean edit? This shit gets uploaded raw, baby.
Oh no! Definitely don't tag her in it.
I will not tag anyone.
She who shan't be named.
Well, excellent. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, this was cool and very efficient. Very, very efficient. This is easily my shortest podcast. Yep, this is easily the shortest.
We get it done. Green wheel, we get it done.
That is a fact. It really is. I am occasionally jelly of the green wheel, but then again, that's just from observing all the realms.
Would you like to hear a green wheel joke?
Oh, yeah.
How many green wheels does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh, fuck's sake. Go on.
1. We're very efficient and have no sense of humor.
It's actually really good. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's adapted. Usually the joke is about Germans, but
once again, it's like it fits.
It applies exactly.
Right, now I'm going to throw something back in your face here a little bit. How would you like to respond that Greenwheel is also influenced a little bit by the Welsh?
By the Welsh? Well, that would explain why I haven't seen any sheep at the camp. That's all I'm saying.
And there it is.
Nah, I didn't notice just because of how many German things there are.
Well, that's the thing. It's a joke. It's very, very much a joke. Like, no, it is grimdark Germany. Like,
yes,
like a pinch of Slavic.
Song of the Nibelungen. It's a very, very good part of. It's a very mythical section of Germany's history, which I quite enjoy.
It's fucking. I love any place that it's like, take one step to the left and you're gonna die. Take a step to the right, you're gonna die. Take a step forward, death. Backward, death. Stay where you are, still death. You know what you do? What? You run and pray nothing happens. That's it. They don't have any option.
Sounds like a Russian penal battalion.
Sounds like Greenwheel. Just all of it.
Only if you don't pay attention.
Yeah. We'll just walk anywhere near Vassal.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because, Vassal, the land where you social distance or have your soul social distanced from your body. That's it.
That's it. Only 1 hour of exercise, kids.
Alright. Yeah, we're gonna pull the ripcord and call this one wrapped up and done. So yeah, I'll try and get this one uploaded to the YouTube ASAP. I got time, all things considered.
What is time?
Yes.
Why are we here? Why are any of us here?
It's what, like 5:30-ish your time?
Potentially, I don't know.
Potentially, yeah.
Time's a concept.
Where's clocks?
It's about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's about 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for coming on. This is great.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. It truly has.
All right. Yeah, y'all. Listening to this back later. Remember the things. Do your downtime. Get your tickets. Remember the training is happening. You'll have time to talk about in-character stuff about your downtime, so you can get your downtime done a little bit proper. Downtime closes on the 5th of July in the morning. Tickets will be not on sale anymore when they're not on sale anymore. I don't have that information in my head right now. Not my problem, really, ultimately. Yeah, episode 9, prep for talking about Cakeonomics stuff. I got to get that teed up, but I'll get it teed up when I get it teed up. It'll be fine. Episode 10, we'll have a special guest on honor of the 10th episode. You will learn who that special guest is when I do the 9th episode. I will, of course, be doing the Winds of the World coverage for Summer Summit 2023. If anyone ends up wanting to get involved in that one, just ping me. And we'll get on who I get on. It's likely going to be another marathon one. If not, might be a little shorter. We'll see. Yeah, in the intervening time, this has been the Wanderer's Guide to Esterra, episode 8. I have been Luke, your wandering guide. Podcast efficiency achieved. It will never happen again, I promise. This is the one time. This is the one you get. Alright. See you, everybody.